Welcome to Mondays with Melissa. Today I want to talk a little bit about the documentation that you might need if you're going to assist a loved one with the application for Medicaid, whether it's for home care or nursing home care. A lot of times we're met with kind of a shocked reaction from the adult children or caregiver that's helping with the Medicaid process as far as not knowing exactly where documents are. So it'd be really helpful to be proactive and perhaps work with your loved ones in making sure that the important documentation that we would need to submit a Medicaid application is tucked away someplace safe. So of course, if we're applying for nursing home Medicaid, we're going to need 5 years of financial records for any and all accounts in the name of the Medicaid applicant and the spouse if they are married. So just important to kind of keep that in mind as you move forward, holding on to the past 5 years of documents so that if the time comes that we have to apply for institutional Medicaid, you don't have to scurry around trying to gather financial records. But in addition to the financial records, there are a lot of personal documents that we're going to require. For example, we always need to show residence, where the person resided in the community prior to either the nursing home admission or wherever they are at that point in time where we're applying for Medicaid. So where did they live? Did they own property? That sort of thing. So of course a deed, a lease agreement, something like that. But in some instances where the Medicaid applicant perhaps lived with a child prior to an entry into a nursing home, we would have to show the child's deed to prove that this is where the parent lived, but they didn't have any ownership interest in the property. In addition to that, we need copies of health insurance cards, so Medicare card back and front, health insurance cards back and front, and also a Social Security card. So sometimes people are a little bit nervous that they're not going to be able to find the actual Social Security card. We also will need a birth certificate or something with date of birth. It could be a baptismal certificate, but we do need a certificate, something showing the birth date, whether it's one of those two documents. And it could also be a passport as long as it's not expired. And we're going to need a marriage certificate if there is a spouse. If the couple is divorced, we will need to show proof of the divorce. And if the spouse has passed away, we would need a copy of the death certificate. But we would not need the marriage certificate in that scenario. In addition, if the applicant or the spouse was a veteran, we would need discharge papers. The DD-214 is typically the best document so that we can submit that to Medicaid and make sure that the applicant is receiving all possible forms of income that they would be entitled to. So these are just some of the documents that we're going to look for, and some people keep these documents in a lockbox or in a safe deposit box and they have everything in one place. Others have moved a couple of times, documents are scattered. So it's really proactive and it would be really great to put these documents together and just make sure that everything is together and in a safe place so that when you're under the pressure of actually dealing with moving someone into a nursing home, just the whole emotional piece of it, you don't have to then start digging around for documents or running to town hall to pick up papers or writing to Vital Statistics or downloading apps on your phone to request documents. It would make it so much easier. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that this was a helpful tip. I will see you next week on Mondays with Melissa. Please check out our YouTube channel, our website at conaelderlaw.com. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.